Nice that you are looking at Castles Crumbling, a song by the American singer-songwriter Taylor Swift, featuring the American singer-songwriter Hayley Williams. Swift wrote the track and intended to include it in her third studio album, Speak Now, 2010, but left it out of the track list. She produced the track with Jack Antonoff for the re-recording of Speak Now, the 2023 album Speak Now, Taylor's version. Castles Crumbling is an indie folk-influenced emo ballad driven by a piano. And its lyrics are about the pressure of fame. Music critics interpreted that Castles Crumbling was influenced by the incident involving Swift and the rapper Kanye West at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards. They gave the song generally positive reviews and described its nature as delicate. The song peaked in the top 40 on the Billboard Global 200 and on the charts in Australia, New Zealand, and the United States. Swift performed it live on the London and Santa Clara stops of her Eras Tour, 2023-24. Taylor Swift released her third studio album, Speak Now, on October 25, 2010. Under Big Machine Records. She released 3 more studio albums under Big Machine, as per her recording contract, which expired in November 2018. She hence withdrew from Big Machine and signed a new deal with Republic Records, which secured her the rights to own the masters of any new music she would release. In 2019, the music executive Scooter Braun acquired Big Machine, the ownership of the masters to Swift's first 6 studio albums, including Speak Now, transferred to him. In August 2019, Swift denounced Braun's purchase and announced that she would re-record her first 6 studio albums to own their masters herself. She began the re-recording process in November 2020. On May 5, 2023, at the first Nashville date of her 6th concert tour, the Eras Tour, Swift announced Speak Now, Taylor's version, and its release date on July 7. She subsequently revealed in social media posts, "I love this album because it tells a tale of growing up, flailing, flying and crashing, and living to speak about it." Swift emphasized the hardships she faced in her life during the time she wrote the record, among them, brutal honesty, unfiltered diaristic confessions and wild wistfulness. On June 5, 2023, Swift announced the track list of Speak Now, Taylor's version. It contains 22 tracks, including 6 new, from the vault, songs that were written for the 2010 album but never included. Hayley Williams, the frontwoman of the rock band Paramore and a friend of Swift, was one of the influences on Swift's songwriting when she was conceiving Speak Now, according to a statement on Swift's social media. This was a factor that made Swift choose Williams as a collaborator for Speak Now, Taylor's version. In a July 2023 interview with Coup de Main magazine, Williams expressed her gratitude and enjoyment of the track because she thought it portrayed an experience that both she and Swift went through. Castles Crumbling was released on July 7, 2023, as the 20th track off Speak Now, Taylor's version, via Republic Records. On July 28, 2023, Swift performed the song live during an Eras Tour show in Santa Clara, California, as a surprise song, outside the regular setlist. CBS News called the performance show-stopping, while The Ringer placed it as the 10th best surprise song set of the tour. She sang it again, this time with Williams, at an Eras Tour show in London on June 23, 2024. Castles Crumbling debuted at number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100. This expanded Swift's amount of top 40 entries to 119. The song was Williams's first entry on the US Hot Country Songs chart, peaking at number 13. The song entered charts in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, and it peaked at number 30 on the Billboard Global 200. Castles Crumbling has a length of 5 minutes and 6 seconds. Swift is the track's sole writer. She produced it with Jack Antonoff, who also provided programming and played instruments including acoustic, bass, electric guitar, drums, piano, and synthesizer. Others musicians on the song were Bobby Hawke, violin, Eric Byers, cello, Evan Smith, flute, saxophone, Mikey Freedom Hart, synthesizer, and Sean Hutchinson, drums, percussion. Antonoff, Smith, David Hart, and Laura Sisk engineered the track, with assistance from John Rooney, John Scher, and Megan Searle. Christopher Rowe and Taylor York engineered the song's vocals. It was mixed by Serban Gania with mix engineering from Bryce Bordone, and was mastered by Randy Merrill. Music commentary labeled Castles Crumbling as an emo song with indie folk influence. The song is built off a prominent piano line. The first verse is performed by Swift, while Williams sings the second. The two singers perform the chorus together, and they harmonize with each other during the song's outro. Michael Wood from Los Angeles Times compared the song's soundscape to indie folk sound of Folklore and Evermore, both 2020. During the development of Speak Now, Swift was under public scrutiny, with her love life being the subject of mainstream media gossip. And the singer's transition from country music to pop music receiving skeptical opinions, sentiment she carries over the first verse of Castles Crumbling. Various critics and fans drew a connection between it and Kanye West's interruption of Swift's acceptance speech at the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards. Maura Johnston, in a review for Rolling Stone, drew comparison between the themes of Castles Crumbling and Innocent, a Speak Now track released in 2010 that also addressed the MTV incident. Some publications thought that Swift referenced its title in the opening line of the song, "Call It What You Want, My Castle Crumbled Overnight," from Swift's 2017 album Reputation. The chorus sees Swift ensuring someone to not get involved in a relationship with her. Uproxx writer Fliss Adam Pointer opined that it might be a nod to Swift's fans, as she assumes that their support for her can be fragile. The second verse, featuring vocals from Williams, has lyrics, "Once I was the great hope for a dynasty. Crowds would hang on my words and they trusted me," which Glamour UK editor Suzanne Cordero thought to metaphorize Swift's early career role in bringing country music to a younger generation. Bustle journalist Jake Viswanath meanwhile wrote that the said lyrics illustrate how small missteps might have a catastrophic influence over someone's career. A narrative that continues through the pre-chorus. "Power went to my head and I couldn't stop. Ones I loved tried to help, so I ran them off." Some fans of Swift thought Castles Crumbling was a dark sister of Long Live, a Speak Now track that is about Swift's promise to her fans that we will be remembered. Various publications pointed out how the lyrics of Castles Crumbling parallel with those from Swift's sixth studio album, Reputation, as both address themes surrounding reputation and from grace. Others compared Castles Crumbling to Nothing New, a vault track included on Red, Taylor's version, 2021, featuring Phoebe Bridgers. Since it is a self-written piece with a guest vocals from female friend, with a particular kind of self-doubt caused by the glare of a spotlight in her eyes, as put by Callie Alfgrim from Business Insider. The theme of self-loathing also received comparisons to other songs by Swift. The Archer, from Lover, 2019, Mirrorball, from Folklore, 2020, and Anti-Hero, from Midnights, 2022. In the Daily Telegraph, Poppy Platt said that listeners who expected the Swift-Williams collaboration might be disappointed by the somewhat saccharine tone, but picked it as a standout and said it was a perfect companion to other ballads such as Enchanted and Last Kiss. Kelsey Barnes from the line of Best Fit agreed and said that the production resembles Williams's solo projects. Additionally, Parade's Jessica Sager noted that the title might be a nod to Paramore's Brick by Boring Brick, 2009, within which Williams sings Bury the Castle. Maura Johnston of Rolling Stone described it as a gauzy surveying of a ruined personal landscape. Laura Snapes from The Guardian said it is a crestfallen, delicate song, and a prescient song for Swift to have written at the outset of her imperial phase, labeling the track as a duet for the ages. British Rolling Stone critic Mark Sutherland praised how the singers' voices gorgeously intertwine as they wrestle with the fear that the cheers may one day turn to jeers. Consequences. Mary Siroki named Castle's Crumbling the song of the week, writing that it is a soft but poignant reclamation of the narrative. In the article published on Spin, Bobby Olivier opined that it is a stronger duet offered in Speak Now, Taylor's version, than Electric Touch, a collaboration with the band Fall Out Boy, calling it a deliciously emo piano burner. Despite placing the song last on his ranking of the album's From the Vault tracks, Jason Lipschutz of Billboard wrote that the production is brimming with ethereal voices and Swift and Williams maintaining mournful attitudes as they examine their personal wreckage. This is the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye.